I'll do it anyway. I'd left the house early this morning, leaving Ailey behind while she slept. I'd even left before Uta and before Kasaki-san could show up too. Sure is tranquil. Lately, it felt like the only time I got to spend on my own was when I was taking a bath. I missed having some peace and quiet to myself. And there's the silence gone. Masura! Ohayo! Yeah, I guess it has. Well, it's a long story. Arigato. Truth be told, there was something I wanted to talk about. The only person I knew who was familiar with card-chan and games and stuff was Masura. And Isuzu. This time, another voice called out to us. There was only one person in the world who called me Sumu-chan. Ohayo, Isuzu.
Ohayo, Tsumu-chan. それにマソラちゃんも。おはよう。まさか紡ぐだけじゃなくて、いすずちゃんとも会えるだなんて。3人で登校するなんて初めてじゃない？いすずちゃん、いつもは部活の朝練でもっと早いよね。うん。今日は数学の小テストがあるでしょ？ちょっと自信なくて。
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. Since our proficiency tests are coming up, we've been getting a lot more homework these days.
それなら学園着いたらみんなで授業の予習する？僕も小テスト心配だったし。わあ、嬉しい。助かるよ。つむちゃんもいい？
Alright, guess I wouldn't mind doing a bit of serious studying.
本当？嬉しいな。
Isuzu broke into a wide smile. She sure seemed happy to hear it. Wasn't like I was particularly smart enough to teach her or anything, though. But ever since I quit the club, I suppose we hadn't had many opportunities to sit down and chat. Watashi mo, Isuzu mo. Wait. No. Me, Isuzu, and Masura. I don't know what I was thinking about that. Like Masura had said earlier, this was the first time the three of us had gone to school together. Part of it was because I'd only become good friends with Masura after I'd gotten injured. As I'd mostly stopped talking to Isuzu back then. But now, the three of us are chatting and walking to school together. Feels kind of weird, though. Without Love Miel, I feel like this might never have happened. For better or worse, a lot of things have changed ever since she showed up. Becoming able to talk with Isuzu normally again was one of them. Did I fuck up somewhere? Perhaps she wasn't an angel of love just for show after all. The fuck? What's going on? When we arrived at school, we were met with the sound of high-pitched squealing. There was a group of girls surrounding someone or something and kicking up quite a fuss. Oh, this guy. New transfer student. Hmm. How much of this have I read? Oh, okay. Be right back.
綺麗な人だね。本当だ。ねえ、つむぐ、これ見て。
Oh, wait, back it up, back it up, back it up.
せっかく可愛い僕と話してるのに、なんでよそ見するかな。
Oh, here we go.
ここまで戻るよ。いい？無事戻れたわ。ねえ、つむぐ、これ見て。
Masaru pushed his phone toward me. It was a score screen of some game he was playing. He'd gotten a triple S rank. Wow, what game is that?
サウザンドガンズだよ。かりんちゃんが配信で話してたゲームだよ。次に実況する予定って紹介してたでしょ。
Oh yeah, she did say something like that. Being preoccupied with the whole Kumaton business, I'd completely forgotten.
難しいんだけど結構楽しくてハマっちゃってさ。昨日のマッチで初めて活躍できたんだ。どうしても誰かに自慢したくて。こういうゲームの話できるの紡ぐくらいでしょ。
Do we literally have no other gamers in this school other than myself, Masaru, and Rinka-chan? You say that, but I haven't even played the game. Even if you show me that high score, all I can really say is wow.
確かに。じゃあ紡ぐもやってよ、このゲーム。絶対ハマるから。
Well, if Karin-chan's planning on streaming it, maybe I should give it a try. Also, I don't remember reading this, but it says it says I did. That said, there was a more serious problem involving Karin-chan at the moment. My eyes flicked towards Saijo-san. As usual, she was diligently studying. And as usual, she radiated an air of unapproachability.
せっかく可愛い僕と話してるのに、なんでよそ見するかな。西条さんに見とれちゃう気持ちはわからなくもないけど。
うるさい。
エイルちゃんが来るまで女の子の話って言えばかりんちゃんのことだったけど、最近変わったよね。
No, not really. Unconsciously, I looked towards Saijo-san again. Yep. Our eyes met. I reflexively looked away. What?
今目が合ってたよね。
Of course not. Baka.
なんか怪しいな。
I had to get him off this topic somehow. As my friend, and also a fellow fan of Karin-chan, I'd like nothing more than to tell him the truth about Saijo-san. But her secret wasn't mine to share. Moreover, I wasn't 100% sure about it yet either. Good man.
西条先輩とまだお話できてないんですか？
No.
いざ話しかけようとすると注目を浴びちゃって。
Yeah, it's as if he thinks if he talks to her, he's gonna get jumped or some shit. Lunch break. Worried about how things were going with Saijo-san, Saki-san had given me the chance to talk about it.
学園でリンカさんと内緒話をするのは難しいですよね。普段人を避けてるから話しかけるだけで目立ちますし。
Yeah. That's true. It's true. Even for a girl like Ada, let alone a guy like me. And naturally, it wasn't as if I had her contact info either.
やっぱりかりんちゃんの SNS アカウントに突撃するのが正解なんじゃないですか？確実に個人運営ということならいいと思いますけど、誰かとアカウントを共有してたらアウトですよ。マネージャーさんとか。
Oh, yeah. Karin-chan isn't affiliated with any agencies though, so I don't think that's the case.
かりんちゃんに無視されたらショックだから、直接連絡取るのは嫌なんですね。
Oh, shut up. Urusai! What's wrong with that? In my case, the love note would give me advice and tell me exactly what our fatedness was if I were to write her name in it. Of course, I'd be discouraged if I suddenly took a nosedive after I'd worked so hard to increase it. Speaking of which, when was the last time we even wrote in that thing?
わかりました。奥の手を使いましょう。
あれ？
奥の手ですか？西条先輩は頻繁に告白を受けています。
Yeah, I bet.
個人的な連絡先を知っている人は少ないですから、大抵直接声をかけるか、手紙で呼び出しをしているそうです。
So what you're suggesting is...
はい。先輩方なら同じクラスですから、機会はいくらでもありますよね。
Yeah, that's true. It's a bit old-fashioned, but it might be our best bet. Though if anyone finds out, I won't be able to show my face at school anymore.
でも、行動を起こさないと何も始まりません。先輩は恋人を作らなくてはいけない事情があるんですよね。
Yeah. You don't want to have ED at our age. Or ever, for that matter. You're right. This isn't the time to be worrying about my reputation. I got my manhood on the line here. If we assume that Karin-chan had indeed been trying to send some kind of message to her stream yesterday, then that means she really was responding to me working up the courage to approach her at the arcade. If I didn't take action, nothing would ever happen.
何ですか？二人で分かり合った感じになっちゃって、奥の手って結局何なんです？
Yep. Of course she'd be the only one out of the loop. Like she said. Tegami. Talking about writing her a letter to ask her to meet me somewhere if we can talk in private.
ああ、なるほど。じゃあ早速書いてリンカさんに渡しましょう。あなたがカリンちゃんですかって文面でいいですよね。
That's a little too direct. We don't want to alarm her. Let me write it. I'll slip it to her desk once I'm done.
じゃあ下駄箱にしましょう。その方が漫画っぽくてロマンがあるので。
Yep. Even I know that. Yeah, sure, whatever. Doesn't really matter where I put it. Ada's sudden enthusiasm helped relieve a bit of my trepidation. While this wasn't a confession of love, the thought of writing a letter to a girl still made me rather nervous. Somewhere we could talk in private. After a lot of thinking, the best place that came to mind was the restaurant I worked at, Fairy Tale.
いらっしゃいませ。お前らどうしたんだ？バイトの時間にはまだ早いだろ？
Kina-san tilted her head as she worked between me, Kasaki-san, and Adu. Okay, why is my fucking mouse? We're here to rendezvous with someone, actually.
もしかして修羅場か？店内で暴力沙汰を起こすなよ。それで寝取ったのはお前か？それとも寝取られた側か？
Oh, there's no netorare going on here. What are you talking about?
状況的に二股ないし三股がバレて佐久間先輩が問い詰められるという線もありますよ。
Oh, Kururu, don't put any ideas into her head. Don't encourage her, Kosaki-san. Besides, you know why we're here. When I say rendezvous, I don't... No, I had to listen to the music for a little bit. When I say rendezvous, I don't mean a romantic one.
お友達と待ち合わせなんです。
Yes.
なんだ、そうなのか。
I turned my head looking around the restaurant. Luckily, I couldn't see any students I knew from school. In fact, there weren't any young customers who might have been one of Karin-chan's viewers either. Good. That we wouldn't have to use the break room to talk. Is it okay if we use that table over there? I pointed to the furthest four-seater booth we had. There was an inconspicuous table by the wall that was hard to see from the entrance.
いいぞ。ただしバイトの時間までには話をつけろよ。
Hi. After moving to the table, the three of us sat facing each other.
リンカさん、来てくれるでしょうか。
Would she show up at a place like this? I don't know about that. Well, not much we can do except hope she does.
結局、手紙には何と書いたんです？
Ma. I opened up the notepad app on my phone and showed Kusaki-san my draft. The fuck? I need to talk to you about your secret. Let's talk in person. Meet me at the family restaurant. Fairy tale. Oh, I see what you did.
最初の文字を縦に読んでみてください。
Yeah, I had to think about that for a second.
どうですか？私も一緒に考えたんですよ。
Of course it was your idea. He wouldn't think about doing that.
縦読み。ずいぶん使い古された手を。
Yeah, it really kinda does. Shit.
どうして止めなかったんですか、先輩。これじゃ来てくれないかもしれませんよ。
Oh boy. Don't blame me. Andrew said she wouldn't help me put this in her shoe rack unless I added it in, so I had no choice. The only way we were able to slip the letter into Saijo-san's shoe rack without being seen was to use Lovemeal's powers of invisibility after all. Since the whole operation hinged on her, my only option was to comply. Damn it.
本当に何の冗談かと思ったわ。
And there she is. Ah.
こんなにふざけた呼び出しの手紙をもらったのは初めてよ。しかもそっちは3人？ずいぶんと卑怯なことをするのね。
Sorry about that. It looked like she was none too happy to be here. Her icy stare was making me queasy. Sorry about the weird letter, Saijo-san, but, thank you for coming.
あの手紙でよく来てくれましたね。
Yeah, I think all of us are. Even the narrator.
佐久間くんにはクマタンの恩があるから、これで貸し借りゼロよ。
Her attitude was as thorny as ever. I don't know about even, though. I might owe you after this. Yeah. Well, anyway, you know Edu, obviously, but this is Kusaki-san, who's in first year. They're both people I trust and confide in, which is why I asked them to be here.
はじめまして、西条先輩。
Oh my god.
そうですよ。秘密は守りますから信用してくださいね、リンカさん。
I don't think she cares about that.
いいわ。どうせここで交渉を拒否しても3人で情報は共有してるんでしょ。それなら逃げるより交渉を進めた方が合理的だわ。
Negotiate what? This isn't a fucking hostage situation? Jesus. Negotiate?
そうよ。
Saijo-san heaved a sigh before taking a seat. Since there were four of us and Eru and Kusaki-san were already sitting next to each other, she had no other choice. But even so, it made my heart skip a beat as Saijo-san suddenly sat down beside me.
どうせ私の秘密をネタに何か条件を出すつもりなんでしょ。黙っていてやるからセックスさせろとか。
Oh my god. Thankfully, I wasn't in the middle of drinking Pepsi. That's ridiculous!
女性を2人連れてきている時点でその線はなさそうで安心したわ。 4P を強要するつもりという線もあるけれど。
Okay, can we get off the topic about sex?
そうなんですか、つむぐさん。
Oh my god.
先輩。
Don't be absurd. There are jokes you play along with, but this isn't one of them, okay? Both Taylor and Kasaki-san were taking this way too lightly.
それで秘密を守る条件は何？ちょっと待ってください。何かしら。リンカさんがカリンちゃんのことは認めるんですか？
Jesus Christ.
認めざるを得ないでしょ。下手に否定して吹聴されたら困るもの。学園や親の耳に入ったらそれこそ終わりだわ。
Why?
私の家、
Oh.
厳しいの。もし知られたらゲームもバーチャルアイドル活動も続けられなくなるわ。
Typical.
だからカリンを守るためには潔く認めて条件交渉をするべきだと判断したの。
Saijo-san's expression was dead serious. I suppose it was obvious, but she really did care about Karin-chan.
何よ、ニヤニヤして。
Ah, gomenasai. It's just sinking in that you're really her.
だからさっきからそう言ってるでしょ。
She huffed angrily. Although I seemed to be annoying her, I just couldn't contain my excitement. Okay, time to reel it in. I'd been a loyal supporter of hers ever since the first time I saw her stream. In my excitement and nervousness, I completely forgot what I was supposed to be talking about. Alright, can we get back on topic, please?
何よ急に。実は芸能人を見るのは初めてで興奮しちゃいました。別に事務所に所属してるわけじゃないし、芸能人ってわけじゃ。ですが個人で活動していて同説1万人超えの規模は相当すごいのでは？
She's got a point. That is impressive for an indie. Very impressive.
配信の頻度も波がありますが豆ですし、真面目に活動されていて立派だと思います。そうありがとう。配信の時期は塾で忙しい時もあってって褒められてもほだされないわよ。
Uh-huh. Saijo-san's expression had softened just for a moment, but immediately hardened again.
あなたたちの目的は何？お金をゆすろうって魂胆なら。
No, look, we're not here to blackmail you.
Huh?
We just wanted to confirm if it was true. Whether or not you were actually Karin-chan. My only motivation was curiosity. Love Note's advice had been so cryptic, I just had to put on my detective's hat and solve the mystery. There we go. I simply wanted to see the true face of my classmate, the reclusive honor student. Now that I was able to talk to her like this, my goal had been achieved.
何よそれ。変な条件を出されるよりタッチが悪いわ。どうしたら口止めできるのかわからないじゃない。
I don't. You can trust him. Let me ask you something.
何？
Why did you start streaming as Karin-chan in the first place?
私がカリンをやってる理由？
I mean, at school you've got this whole extremely studious rich girl vibe, right? It just seems rather out of character for you.
あなたたちは私が体が弱くて入退院を繰り返していたことは知ってる？
Oh. Shit.
そうなんですか？
Yeah, I've heard people say that before. That's why she went to our school instead of a more advanced prep school somewhere else. So the rumors went.
クルルも噂で聞いただけですけど、西条先輩1年生にも憧れている子は多いので。他の学年の子も知ってるなんて、リアルでもネットでも人気なんですね、リンカさん。
Yeah.
別にこそこそ噂されるのは嬉しくもなんともないけど。
Yeah, I bet not. After clearing her throat, she continued.
入院していた時に私が病室で見ていたのがバーチャルアイドルの配信だったの。
Okay.
おしゃべりが上手な子の配信を見ているだけで楽しい気持ちになったり、歌の上手な子に癒されたり。いろんな子がいて、みんなそれぞれに生き生きとしてた。キラキラして明るくて、そんなみんなに憧れたわ。だからね、思ったの。自分も元気になった時、他の誰かを元気づけたいって。
It's a weird thing to get emotional about, but here I am. Perhaps Saijou-san was remembering the stream she'd watched that inspired her so much. A gentle expression spread across her face. Watching her, I realized just how proud she was of you doing what she was doing.
カリンって名前にしたのはどうしてですか？
It's an anagram.
確かに有名になっていったら名前の関連を勘ぐる人もいるかもしれませんよね。
Yeah, that's a good point.
カリンとリンカはアナグラムっていうのをしてるんですよね。つむぐさんが言ってました。
You didn't need to add that. It felt vaguely embarrassing being tattled on like that.
配信をするときはみんなを元気にできるような性格の女の子を演じたいって思ってたの。でも演じているキャラクターも私自身なんだって自覚していたかったからかしら。
Yeah. I like to think that's what a lot of virtual YouTubers are like as well. They want their character to be a genuine part of them as well. Wait. Yeah.
それにね、かりんの花言葉は可能性っていう意味もあるの。それってなんだか私のやりたいことと重なっている気がしたから。
The language of flowers.
よかったですね、つむぐさん。
What are you talking about?
前に適当に名前をつけたのかもなって話してた時のつむぐさん、叶いそうでしたから。リンカさんがかりんちゃんをとっても大事にしてるって分かって嬉しいですよね。
Well, I guess.
何よそれ。だってつむぐさん、かりんちゃんのこと大好きなんですよ。配信見るたびに疲れた顔も笑顔になってるし、かりんちゃんにいっぱい元気をもらってますよね。
Okay, wipe that smile off your face. Yeah, it's true.
そうなの？
The truth is, I once spent a stretch of time in the hospital too.
入院って佐久間くんどこか悪かったの？
I used to be part of the track club, see, but I injured my leg one day and had to undergo surgery. Before then, I spent most of my time busy with club activities. But after I got injured, I wasn't able to do any of that anymore. I didn't know what to do with myself. Even the people around me began to worry about me. It was during that period of depression that I met Karin-chan.
そうだったの。私の配信が気晴らしになったのなら嬉しいわ。これは運命的な出会いですね。入院中に励まされた少年と誰かを元気づけようと活動していた少女が出会うなんて。素敵なボーイミーツガールです。クルル、感激しました。
Okay, guys, you're... Even Kosaki-san is getting fired up now. It's kind of embarrassing having them root for me like this. And it appeared Saijou-san felt the same way.
佐久間くんが熱 熱心なファンだってことは分かったわ。質問には答えたし、誰にも話さないって信用していいのよね。
I think you can count on him for that. Of course. I have no intention of interfering with your streams, and I'd never talk to anyone about your true identity in real life or online. As a fan, I'd never want to hurt Karin-chan in any way.
そう。ありがとう。それじゃあ。ちょっと待ってください。このまま解散はなしですよ。
The fuck?
どうして？
We learned what we wanted from her, didn't we? What else is there to talk about?
なんでですか？昨日の配信の後、3人で話し合いましたよね。リンカさんとお友達になりたいですってお返事するのが目的じゃないですか。
Ah, yes.
返事？クルルさんが言ってましたよ。クレーンゲームでクマタンを取れた話をしたのは匂わせじゃないかって。
Oh boy. Oh. Edo, if this backfires, you're so dead.
友達だって表現するのは言い過ぎだったとか妙に強調してらしたので、もしかしたら友達になってもいいよというメッセージなのではないかと。友達ね。あなたたちが友達になりたいって言うなら応じてあげないこともないわ。
Such a soon. I love it. Saijo-san spoke deliberately as if to gloss over what she'd said in her stream. Perhaps her pride wouldn't allow her to admit it unless she were worded it in a slightly more haughty manner. She had a surprisingly cute side, Saijo-san. I think she's the first celebrity any of us have been friends with. Well, hope you can get along from now on, Saijo-san. Though it might be a little difficult for us to chat in class. Huh?
この前配信で話してたゲームあるじゃないですか。
Ah, yeah. Thousand Guns. Come to think of it, Masura was talking about it in class too.
あれ VR でも遊べるゲームなんですよね。4人チーム制ですし、チーム専用のお部屋でボイスチャットとかできるんですよね。あ、実はそれノラプレイしかしてなくて、いつも同じジェスチャーと定型文でやり取りしてるの。
Yeah, that's how I do it too usually. I don't really do voice chats when I'm gaming. I mean, except for the times I've done it on Discord during Twitch streams.
そうなんですか？毎回一緒にプレイできる友達とかいないもの。ゲームなんてしなさそうな優等生で通ってるから。
Yeah, that's true. なるほど。
本当は早くチームでの動きになれるためにも固定パーティーでやりたいんだけどね。
Well, now's your chance. Is it just me, or did it sound like she's never had any friends at all? Or did she just mean she didn't have any friends who played games? Knowing how strict her parents are, it's probably the former. I felt a little concerned for Saijo-san if it was the former.
サウザンドガンズとはチーム対抗戦型のファンタジーバトルロイヤルゲーム。
Saki-san read aloud as she searched up the game online.
クルル、VR ゲームはすぐ酔っちゃうので参戦が難しそうです。
Oh, it's VR. Oh, shit. Oh, that's too bad.
体質の合う合わないはあるものね。
Yeah, I myself have never done VR.
なので、クルルが参加できない代わりに人を一人紹介します。
Oh, really?
もしかして、うかちゃんですか？
Oh, yeah. Ota might not be much of a talker, though. Are you sure about that? Even at the best of times, she wasn't very fond of Ada. She might not like the idea of playing with her. Yeah, true.
歌ちゃんじゃないですけど、皆さんがよく知っている方です。
Masura?
かりんちゃんのファンで、先
Masura.
輩やクルルたちと同様に信頼できて、かりんちゃんを絶対に傷つけない人ですよ。
It's gotta be Masura. If Kasaki-san was that confident about this person, I suppose I just had to trust her. It's gotta be Masura.